Veronica King.
He's not here.
Maureen Khan.
It's going to be repetitive. This is, we're all saying the same thing. The GAL system is broken. The court system is broken. The family court system I've been involved with since, my case is FA, it starts with 00, so since 2000. When I heard Joette Katz speaking, my name is Maureen Kahn, by the way, I forgot to say. But when I heard Joette Katz speaking about the DCF, our case started off with a DCF report, and when they go after the parents that report, they cause the parents to not want to report because they attack the parent. The GAL in our case said, you're not going to get a forensic. This was back in 2001. We were appointed. She said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. She never had a child. The case went on for years. Nobody did anything. My son had been to counselors, qualified counselors, MCSWs. He spoke about his father in an inappropriate way. It was reported to DCF. It was a case that was opened 7 times. We ended up with another GAL who was appointed, Fred Gilman, who is now a judge. He quit our case in 2010 after having me arrested and thrown in jail. My son did not want to be with his father, and he wasn't with him for 2 years previous to this. It was just something they did to throw a monkey wrench into the whole case. They ignored my child repeatedly. My son ended up actually refusing to be with his father for 3.5 months, and they forced him to go with his father by taking our dog, cat, guinea pig, mine and my son's, and forcing my son to go and see his father and live with his father. We had Sue Connolly get involved with our case. She had already recused herself from our case. Our judge had already recused himself from our case because I filed an appeal against him. And it went to the Supreme Court, and Judge Boland still made decisions on our case. That's a conflict of interest. Sue Connolly had recused herself in the beginning of 2010, took the case back, and went ahead and made a lot of inappropriate remarks about forgetting what happened to my child, as if I could ever. I had a lot of punitive things happen to me due to the fact that there was ex parte communication. That was one of the reasons I filed an appeal in the appellate court, and that's where it ended up getting up into the Supreme Court level, and it's Kahn versus Hillier. I heard that the GALs cannot file motions, but when they give ex parte communication to the judge, it's inappropriate. They're not supposed to do that. Anyways, each court is different. I've heard so many different names around here that everybody sends, each of these GALs send you to a psychologist of their choice that they are hoping that they can, convince the judge of something. My son went to a psychologist, had a forensic evaluation, and the recommendation was that he should not be with his father. There's so much corruption. I don't even know where to begin with our case, but there needs to be transparency. There needs to be enforcement as far as the judge's orders. There needs to be an oversight committee on the judges also, because I filed a judicial review against the judge, Judge Bolden, who was on our case and who recused himself. Nobody does anything. There's no recourse. There's nothing. It's useless. It's around and around. There's nothing that a parent can do to get anybody to listen or to understand. Anyways, people have mentioned the word racketeering, a cabal. Everybody's entrenched. There are a lot of very good attorneys out there that do want to be GALs. There's a lot of psychologists out there that want to help with the GAL system, and they're barred. They can't get involved with it because there's so many people that are entrenched, people that have been there for a long time. So I don't know what the answer is, but I don't know. I think that there needs to be a lot more enforcement as far as the ethics of these GALs, the AMCs. When you're forced to take an AMC, the judge appointed an AMC, who was Sue Connolly, and then when Fred Gilman, who was the GAL, quit the case, they ended up allowing her to be the GAL. Well, she's charging me, taking disability away from me. She actually has a lawyer, and she took me to court in September to sue me for her GAL fees. I know it's state rate. I know it's $40 a month, but I can't afford $40 a month. I have also been depleted another $134 since February on my disability. My disability of $380 goes to the father, and he has a business. He owns a business. I make $626 a month. I can't live on it. I can't keep insurance, and I can't stay above water. It's crazy. It's insane. I have to make payments of $25 a month, or they'll come after me. That's how I feel. Being brought to court by this other attorney, and she was wonderful. She was actually pretty nice, and she didn't really know what to expect. I talked to her beforehand. She just couldn't believe it either. It's awful. It's a crazy system. There's people that are indigent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You still have to pay, even if the court appointed the attorney, and even if they change it over to a GAL. I've never signed a contract, never signed a retainer for this woman. She's recused herself because I asked her to be my attorney at 1.56 years ago, and she recused herself from this case. She shouldn't be on it. It's just, there's a lot of punitive actions going on in this case, and I don't know what to do. I hope you guys look at this and make changes. That's it, I guess.
Are there questions? Any further questions? If not, thank you so much.
Thank you.